Understanding that I will never return. Thus, if you are listening to this record, this means that I have left this world. So far, I've managed to get there only for a short period. Often the return was an anguished procedure, and I swore off to plunge anymore. Nevertheless, it is impossible to withstand the curiosity of a pioneer explorer. And what is more important, it seems like I am a hostage of the machine. Human language cannot portray that place. It is attractive and frightening at the same time. There are heart-dear places, but at the same time, the atmosphere is alien to human beings. And after all, I believe those feelings are an essential part of us. I am warning you of attempts to repeat my experiment and ask you, as my brother, to make sure that my work will not receive publicity. Burn all the notes and destroy all the facilities except the capsule. It must be saved. Let it be just a piece of metal for you. I cannot tell you more. You are the only heir of my house and property according to my will. Furthermore, do not forget an important thing. The 6th of June. I finished the assembling of the first 2 amplifiers. I calculated how many vacuum tubes I need. Peter, my second assistant, who takes part in the assembling process, has broken up some tubes today. I will need to borrow some money from Heller again because of my financial distress. The 4th of July. Tonight a diving bell was delivered. I went out to meet them. The weather was awful, a cloudburst with strong wind. Luckily, they managed to mount it up the stairs, and the doorway appeared to be wide enough. The 27th of August. There is a miscalculation, I guess. I am nearly giving way to despair. At least 1 month of working for nothing. I met our parents on Tuesday. They looked just like they had been during our memorable ferry trip. There is no return. Our memory and experience are what make our very self. After every immersion, a small part of the personality stays there, meeting the memories of the past that begot it. Mother's eyes were looking at me again, and it was not just an empty image or a face from a photograph. I saw comprehension in her eyes and understood that she saw me as well. The separation process is out of control. It's too late to change anything when the scope of the things happening becomes clear. Inner conflicts materialize, archetypes overwhelm, and the ego drowns in an ocean of uncertainty. I remembered the kindness and care they had given us in our childhood. When I returned, I felt very irritated and even said God knows what to my housekeeper, a very nice old woman. Wherefore is this world without youth, without loving and close persons? My experiments with Albertia in odorum. The 18th of August. I chewed the leaves and felt nothing but the bad taste. I will try to extract it with dissolvent. The 25th of August. I gradually changed the proportion of the solvents to get the more effective extract. I use alcohol and ether as solvents. In the beginning, the liquids do not mix and the border between them is clear. This allows controlling the proportions well. I keep recording all the effects, including the side ones, but till this very moment, I have noticed nothing but light dizziness the day after. The 1st of October. It is hard to explain, but the effect of dual personality, which is specific to Albertia, becomes phenomenal if I combine inhalation of fumes of the plant extract with the infrasound exposure in my capsule. It is difficult to find a more conclusive evidence for my theory. Anyway, It is necessary to be very careful in view of this factor. An isolated intake of the Albertia extract causes slower intoxication. It leads to immobilization and occasionally to incoherent visions, sort of febrile delirium. It is quite difficult to remember even general details of the visions in a few hours. Dolmens. I have been thinking about the mystery of the dolmens for many years. We know nothing about its builders, their beliefs, and their way of living. Scientists used to think that these stone structures were patrimonial interments, but it was a big mistake, for remains were found only in several dolmens, and probably those had been put there by latter inhabitants hundreds of years after the construction. My theory is the result of studying strict regularities of the construction of every dolmen. I brought the Albertia seeds home, just in case, and tried to couch them in my greenhouse. When I found the soil as dry as in the plant's natural aerial, it put down the roots. Meanwhile, I read in a botanical encyclopedia that the plant contains a substance which has a dissociative effect. In other words, it splits and separates connections between different parts of our mind. The usual The 18th of October. As a result of my experiments, I have concluded that if we consider that the capsule is the gate to the shimmering world, then the agent received from Albertia is the key to the door. Reworking the capsule took a lot of time while dealing with the plant, but it was very simple. It requires 5 portions of alcohol and 3 portions of ether to get the extract. The 6th of November. I have been experiencing a very strange side effect during the last days. I've